A little bit of a day in the life of. Okay, so I use the spoon theory, and I'm gonna have to use way too many spoons to do these dishes. So I'm gonna just choose me and go try and do a 5 kilometer walk at the beach. Let's go. So I'm an Uber driver, a stay-at-home mom, so I get to take the pickaninnies to school first. Let's go. I did it. 2.5 kilometers in 20 minutes. Yahoo! The reason I went so fast though is because I was bursting to wee. So you know, where there is a loo, there will be people running for it. Whew. Okay, so I'm not a runner, I'm not a walker, and today I'm talking about the spoon theory. So this morning I didn't do the dishes, so I saved some spoons, and I'm actually walking with a spoon. I know, right? One moment. So Christine Miserandino speaks about the spoon theory, and she's got TED Talks. I think she did it in 2003, and she was explaining to a friend that had lupus. No, she has lupus, and she was explaining to a friend that doesn't have lupus what it's like to have lupus. And she looked around the restaurant that they were sitting in, and she grabbed a whole lot of spoons, teaspoons. Yes, I've just walked with a teaspoon in my listing, and so the spoon theory, I've been reading about it, studying it for the last, I'd say since December, and now it's May, so for the last 5 months or so. And I've realized that people with chronic pain have got 12 spoons, and the spoons are equated to energy. So we've all got 24 hours in the day, 1,440 minutes, and how do we spend those minutes, and how does that look? And if you use the spoon theory, I think it will just create an awareness. So how do you spend your energy? Where do you spend your energy? When I speak about the spoon theory in my content, this spoon is for my children, and this is not doing chores with them. This is quality time. This is my kids that are just going to be my children. If you've got children that are 15, 16, 21, 35, 60, 80, whatever, your children always need your time. So my time is my treasure, and I'll always keep this amount of spoon power to spend with them. So my 6-year-old loves me to lie with him at night. Sometimes I physically can't, and it breaks my heart. I remember the one night we were saying prayers, and he was in tears, and he said, "Are you going to die?" And I was like, well, eventually, but this is not going to kill me. Like, it is just going to make me stronger. So the spoon theory has definitely helped me to manage my spoons, to prioritize things. And I don't think it's specific, or it should be limited to people with chronic pain or fibromyalgia. I think anybody going through anything, you'll know that I usually wear my earrings. I was just walking now, and I walked past a lady, and she was wearing earrings, and I'm like, oh, I can even start walking with my earrings. But if I need to go wee, then I need to run a little bit, and then, flapping. So anyway, spoon theory is measured on energy. People with no chronic pain, with no autoimmune diseases have got an unlimited amount of spoons. People with chronic pain, people with autoimmune diseases, people with depression, anxiety, people with just going through stuff. And I don't believe that there's anybody that's not going through stuff. So anyway, we were able to create a life that we didn't need a holiday from. We live on the south coast of KwaZulu-Natal. How beautiful is this? So I've just walked from Manaba to Uvongo, taking a little sit. And what some people don't speak about with the spoon theory is the anxiety that is sapped. So I can tell you, for working, I use 4 spoons. I do 2 hours work a day online. 4 spoons take up that. Dropping the kids at school, depending, if I'm in no pain, right? If I'm in pain, I was in a 5-week flare-up where I was in bed for 5 weeks. I dropped the kids at school, I came home, I did the dishes, because shame, nobody else will. And I took out the rubbish, because, if you got to do it, you got to do. So what people don't speak about with the spoon theory, well, that I haven't heard yet, and remember that fibromyalgia has got ma right in the middle, because it's your journey. Nobody can argue with your experience. You can go to doctors, they're going to tell you that you're fine. Blood tests show that you're fine. Your physicals show that you're fine. I've been for a full ultrasound. You're perfect. Everything's fine. And I'm like, what the heck? So the ma in fibromyalgia is yours. The spoon theory is yours. What people don't talk about or haven't spoken about is, for me, that you could use a full 2-3 spoons just on overthinking, stress and anxiety. It can completely zap you. And I think that's what causes the chronic fatigue, is that you're always in this flight and fight mode. And if you know fibromyalgia, you know. And yeah, if you know me, or if you've known me for a while, I'm a stay-at-home mom thanks to fibromyalgia. So I was born in 1985, but not to work an 8 to 5. So by using the spoon theory, I've been able to create a life of sweatless ease. I'm sweating now because I'm walking, but I'm walking because I'm so thankful that I can walk and move, because you know, if you've been in a flare-up, you feel like you just speaking to God, and you're like, if you just make me feel better, I will do this, or I will do that, or like, no, obedience is better than sacrifice. So you got to do what you got to do. Faith without action is actually worthless and useless. So your faith needs to be in action. You need to partner with the word and with what's true to you and what resonates with you. So I'm super blessed and thankful. A year ago, I did not feel like this. I did not look like this. Nothing looked like it looks. But you become what you behold. And every day I just try. I've been trying to show up just to be consistent, not for any outcome, but just to learn the spoon theory, so that at 1 o'clock today I can go watch my son's soccer match and be present and not be doing other stuff. So I think a lot of the time, because we are inconsistent, our pain is inconsistent, we become inconsistent, and then we look to anything to try and sort of escape our normal. And when I say escape the normal, for us in a stage, it was, I can see people coming closer to me, I don't really care. I should have carried on recording. A lady that just stopped, there she runs, her name's Carol, and she's done a few Comrades marathons, and the Comrades marathon is like a huge ultra marathon that happens here in South Africa, in KwaZulu-Natal, and it's from Pietermaritzburg to Durban. It is a lot of kilometers. It's an ultra marathon. It's amazing. And a friend of mine is doing it for the first time, which is crazy and amazing. But it comes down to consistency. So how consistent are we in what we're doing? How consistent are we at showing up for ourselves and doing what it takes, no matter how it looks? It just looks different. So the spoon theory, Christine Miserandino, it's her theory, and her story counts. There are many great books that have been written. The graveyard is the richest place in the world because it holds stories untold. It's people have got experiences that they haven't shared, and they've taken it with them. How selfish. So I've got fibromyalgia, my fibromyalgia, and I just want to inspire, bring hope, and say, listen, I want to do 5 kilometers in 30 minutes. It's going to take some consistency, especially if this thing wants to take me out for a few weeks at a time. But my son prayed, and he said, thank you, Jesus, that you've repaired my mom's back. So I'm taking that, and consistency is key. You can't do a marathon or Comrades or anything like that without training, without consistency, without putting one foot in front of the other. Don't worry about the masses and what they're going to say. Just do something for you. I heard something the other day, and I think it was actually Dave Ramsey, and he said the M in masses is actually silence. So have a beautiful day wherever you find yourself. Choose you. Follow me. I'd love to help you to frame your future, to create a life of sweatless ease and a life that you don't need a holiday from. Let's go.